Hey, it's Benjie Cole, son of Al Cole from CBS Radio and host of the syndicated talk show, People of Distinction. The talk that gives you an in-depth view of some of the most dynamic, intelligent, and successful people on the planet. Run to our website, alcoleenterprises.com for more info. Email me directly through benji@alcoleenterprises.com if you'd like to get involved with what we have going. And as always, please continue to like and follow our broadcasts. People of Distinction is an internationally syndicated show solely due to the love and support that you all continue to show. We're available across all major podcast distributors. And like I mentioned, people, if you keep following, we're going to continue to put out the content. Now sit back and strap in because we are delighted to showcase this next guest on our network. And on the line with us today, we have the impressive Thomas Tanzer. Now, Tommy has republished a book that was originally written by his late partner, Joanne A. Now, the book is called Safe at Home, a Memoir. First and foremost, it's available for purchase through Amazon and a bunch of other places. Simply type it into a Google search bar, people, and you're going to be greeted with them all, okay? Before we go any further, and before I tell you why this is such an amazing book that you're going to want to add to your shelf, I'm going to quickly point out the fact that Tommy was brought to our network, People of Distinction, today by one of the best publishing firms in the business. People you already know I'm talking about, Worldwide Publicists. So if you're a writer out there who has gone through their process and now you need help moving the masterpiece you just developed, well, look no further than Worldwide Publicists, people, because this is exactly what they specialize in. You're going to want to head on over to worldwidepublicist.com and gather all the ways that their fantastic team is going to help you do just that. And people, trust me when I tell you, Safe at Home is a remarkable book for so many reasons. Now, it of course is going to showcase the beautiful relationship between Tommy and Joanne, right? It's going to showcase their life together and a lot of the journey that they embarked upon. Because listen, man, they were together for 40 plus years, and there were a lot of ups and downs with regards to that. But one thing that never faltered was the companionship that they each had, right? The partnership that they each continued to work at and develop. This is a beautiful story of their love, but so much more. Joanne was an amazing writer, and this book is gonna offer wisdom not only for future couples out there or for other lovers out there, but it really is something that is gonna offer a lot of great messages for life in persevering and for the dedication that you hold for your partner in sustaining that relationship. Because if anybody has been through a relationship understands, man, it takes work, okay? It takes dedication. And this is going to be a beautiful snapshot into what that was for her and for Tommy. And at the end of the day, man, listen, Tommy is the expert. It's his life. He's lived it in part from what Joanne is putting on the page, but he's going to be able to articulate it all much better than I ever could. Sit back, strap in, and get ready for an amazing ride. Tommy, first and foremost, welcome to People of Distinction, and thank you very much for being a guest. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Tommy, listen, man, the pleasure is all ours. We really do mean this. It is an absolute delight to have you here with us. I love what you've done. What a beautiful way of paying homage to Joanne and her work. But listen, man, it's also something that I think so many people will be able to take advantage of and learn from. As I mentioned in my opening, there is wisdom here that is showcased for days. We're thoroughly looking forward to this discussion. So thank you for taking the initiative in republishing the book. And thank you, most importantly, for being a guest here with us to discuss it all. Let's begin first and foremost here by learning more about Joanne, yourself, and the life that you and her both shared, Tommy.
Well, I was the oldest of three children in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I had a mom that was crazy about me and raised me with more confidence than the package warrants. I felt that I looked my whole life for somebody. And upon coming back from college, the day I came back from college, I accidentally bumped into Joanne, and it was love at first sight. I was 24 at the time. Mm-hmm. She was 42. She'd been married for 20-some years, 22 years, and it wasn't so great. But she had 3 kids and was hanging in there with it. And the first day I met her, I said to her, and I'm 18 years younger, I said, "What are you going to do when you grow up?" And she said back, "I'm going to move to Utah." We were both in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. "I'm going to move to Utah and go to Robert Redford's resort and ski every day." And I looked at my watch. We still wore them then. And I said, "I can be ready in 45 minutes. And she said, "I don't even know you." And I said, "It's a long ride." And that's really our relationship in a summary. My boldness, her sense, her understanding of life, very smart, down-to-earth person. I'm okay, but not down-to-earth. And between the two of us, reinforced each other to where we both got to live our dream.
Without further ado, Tommy, let's jump into the book next. Safe at Home, a memoir. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, the book is the title is a double entendre. Safe at home really meant she had been not safe in her home, in her mind, raising these children pretty much by herself. A husband that kind of wanted to be Frank Sinatra, but he was more like Joey Bishop. And in that group, you didn't want to be Joey Bishop. So he had inherited a business from his family, an auto parts business from the early 1900s. And yet he was barely managing it, and it was hard. And he lost his mom when he was young, and he just wasn't helping her be herself. And I just one look at this woman and went, wow, how did I meet her? And for me, I was raised by wonderful parents, cared more about me than anything, spent everything they had on me and my brother and sister. But at some point, you got to be your own person. And I feel like to be your own person in this world, you need a mate. People were not meant to be alone. And almost from the time I met Joanne, I became the person I wanted to be and dragged her along with me.
Transitioning now, Tommy,